I also want you over here to the mats. Take this off. We're going to work some transitions. We're going to jump through, do a lot of things that most of you have probably seen before. But the one part I want you to understand is that when you come up and through to the top of a muscle up, you have got to throw your body slowly, quickly, however you get there, forward. And really, the only possible way to balance with myself forward, I've done the transition, I'm now ready to do the dip, is to have my feet in front of me. The biggest time I see people who have adequate strength and a good false grip not make their muscle up is because they don't have the balance of having their feet out in front of them. So if you take a look at this real quick, and then I'll have everybody practice for a minute. If I get up on, I'll use the bar, it's probably easier than the rings, and I think about the fact that I need my shoulders over, the best way to get here is to have my feet in front of the bar. As soon as my feet are back and my shoulders are back, oh, I'm in trouble. I need my feet out in front of me to help me counterbalance myself just that little bit as I finish the transition. So right where you're at, maybe come off the mat, I want you to put your feet out in front of you, put your hands in fists, and I want you to lean forward towards your feet and think about holding your feet in front of you. Yep. So Kelvin's doing a nice job, and he's really got the idea here. He's got his, what I'm going to call head through, chest through. If you can compress your head and chest forward as you come through, your arms would, I suppose, actually be bent right here. You're way more likely to end up on top of your muscle up. You're going from leaning back to right there. A lot of us, I have anyway, have heard it as rip your shirt off. You're coming up and you're pulling back right through there. Okay, so I want you to start underneath the rings, establish your false grip, feet in front of you, it's intentional. You're going to pull up, head through, push. That's the part I want for everybody. This chest through piece is the thing that I see missed the most with my feet out in front. I've got 4 sets of rings, it's plenty. I want everybody to do a bunch of these. Don't do one and think you have it. There's something to repetition in sports. Do a whole bunch until you're totally sick of it, and then do a few more, and you might have it.
You do one more?
Yeah. Down here, I'm pulling up and in, I'm pulling. And those rings, if you notice, I'm keeping them in and as close to my body as I possibly can. Right there. They're touching me that whole time. I never lost contact. 4 sets. Get a spot. See if that feels better. Keep them close to you, and then they turn. Really nice. Yes. And feet stay in front. That's good. Now, okay, go back to the beginning. Get your false grip again, and try to get it back here. Yeah. Now go up slower. Pull them towards your chest, center of your chest. Keep going, keep pulling, push them down, turn your elbows to the top, and go. Yep, right there. Nice. When you do it on your own, you're letting them get away from you. They've got to trace your body. Do it again. Nice. Yep, can I see you do that again slower? I just want to see all the details. So start with your false grip. Can you pull these up higher on the ring? Yeah, right there. Okay, pull them into your chest. Yes. And up. Nice job. Your chest. Go slow, keep them. Yeah, I got in your way, but you have it. They're still going a little bit wide. Make them touch you. Keep practicing. Dawn's a really good example, Quan, of seeing them trace her body. She does a nice job with that, and that's part of why she's successful. Right, contact, boom. She got there fast, but she certainly did it. So one of the big things I was saying in the pull-up was to hang on loosely. And that's because the ring has to move in your hand. When you start the muscle up, the weight is right underneath your wrist here. You're pushing the ring there. As you come to the top of the muscle up, the placement in your hand changes, and you're now holding the ring somewhere near where you're holding it on a pull-up or a dip. So you have to be hanging on in a way that allows the ring to actually move with your hand. So when you go to do it with this exact same drill, what I'm looking for is that you get your false grip, you turn your hand, and you feel that ring move. Now, I have it sitting here. I'm on top of the ring as opposed to being underneath it. Once you can make your hand move that way, the muscle up is a little bit easier. All of these stations are kind of low for this one to not fatigue you. So I want everybody to close the mats. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, exactly. Do you feel what I'm saying, how it moves in your hand? Okay, good. And that push. Yep, and you can wiggle your fingers. So when you hit the top, you need to be able to wiggle your fingers still. That wiggle your fingers part never goes away. There's no cream filling to squish out of the ring. Be able to wiggle those fingers. Did you feel them go away, Quan? Tuck your elbows into your body. Not only the rings, but your elbows when you find the top. Elbows. Yeah, exactly. You don't need to press out yet, but that's the right idea. Elbows. Nice. I like that one the best so far. Good. So now, you've done your work. You've got the false grip. You're holding the ring in the appropriate part of your hand. You're keeping the rings close to your body. Everything's touching that. All looks good. Now you've got to be able to balance when you get on top of the rings. And that's a whole new world because these things move. This is like no joke of a thing to try to learn how to do. So now, a little challenge time. Oh boy, I'm a little bit nervous about this one. You're going to go false grip, get to the top, press out, pick up your legs. What do you have to do with your legs to hold yourself here? Because I can guarantee if you can get to right about here, you've really got something. You're getting through, push up, legs up. If you're feeling fancy, you could get through, this is in my way, try to go off your feet as much as you can and press out. See what we come up with. I think we need to lower these mats again. If I added extra matting, go back to how you were before. See what you come up with. This one's all about balance. Pull them in, keep them close, press and knees. Yeah, I like it. Good job. Go ahead, let's see how that does for you. See if you swing. Yep, it's right in with you. You push, knees come up, fabulous. Ooh, going for low ride. That's good stability. I like that. Yep. Ooh, they went a bit wide. Yeah. Okay, so a really good job of getting your head and chest over. Keep those things pulled into you more. Once they go out here.
Like, is it your palms more towards?
Palms in, elbows in. Elbows.
You get here.
Okay, that's the whole thing. You don't go there. You go here.
I go elbows back.
You go elbows in. I had a good conversation with Nicole, and I think that this might help a lot of people. So she goes, well, when I bring my elbows here, what do I go, well, your elbows never go there. That's the whole problem. So when you think about a push-up, there are two common ways to do a push-up. One would be to take your elbows outside of your body, and the other would be to keep your elbows next to you. The second type, the elbows back and next to your body, is the path that I'm looking for you to take with your elbows when you do the muscle up. So in men's gymnastics, they do all sorts of radical strength moves, right? The muscle up is one of the basic ways that the gymnasts get up onto the top of the rings, and then they go from there. So this, in men's gymnastics, I've heard it called the dream machine. It's basically a pulley system made up of your very own body, and it allows you to do things that you could not normally do without the help. I know that one of the things Olivia was interested in was getting the muscle up without the false grip, and I think that this is a really good place to learn that. And if you find yourself struggling with hand placement or just flat out strength, this is a great conceptual piece to help you feel a muscle up without maybe the strength to do one. As long as you don't let go of the rings, you will not fall. You are your own spotter. You cannot let go of the rings. You will drop yourself, which is way better than setting it up so someone else can drop you, but it's still dropping you just the same. It's not tight enough. So you're going to come down underneath the rings. Belt on, not letting go. You're going to establish your false grip. Pull yourself up. Keep it in close to your body. Notice how my elbows are back, the same as the other push-up I showed you, and press out. One more time because it's easier to talk and do this kind of muscle up than the other. There it is, my wrists are on top of the bar. I can wiggle my fingers. I pull to my belly, turn. Notice how my elbows go back. I can still wiggle my fingers. I'm not holding on at all. This is just me using my own body, and I press myself out. It's a great place. If you do a couple muscle-ups, you go, I'm not even close. This isn't any fun. I can set up both of these, and everybody can experiment with it a little bit. You don't need a spotting belt to do it either. I've done it with like some webbing for rock climbing. This happens to be designed for this, but it's not really necessary. Elbows, come on. Okay, your hands are not moving. You are head through, elbows up. There's nothing for you to push on. Turn your wrists over. You're right there. Wrists. Right. Elbows up, push on. Take a break. You're not going to make this one after trying that many. Nice, Amy.
I think I can kind of feel it. Let me put my
Head and chest through. So now you have to tip over and look for your feet. Tip over and look for your feet. Keep them narrower than you think you need to. Yes, yes, exactly. That's the action. You have the start. Yes, good. Go ahead. Keep it in, keep pulling. Yes, exactly. And out. And you can see he got his head and chest through. Do it again. So watch his hands. That's where you're struggling. He's here, he pulls up, his head goes through, his elbows pop up, his hands move. You have your elbows up but nothing to push on. That's great, Quan. His problem is that he gets this awesome false grip, he gets pulled up, he gets his elbows up, and then nothing can happen because he has nothing to push against to get out. So let's see if he can find those hands. So drop down under it. Yep, yep, yep. Take your feet out because you won't feel it. Same, go. And turn your, yeah, those elbows came up, those hands pushed down. Do a whole bunch of those. That looks great. So I'm seeing a lot of people pull up well, stay in well, and then not know how to get through that. That elbows over chest through balance thing that I had you do isn't transferring that well right now, so I want to give us another crack at that. Jumping muscle up. Has everybody done one? So you're going to stand underneath, you're going to jump, and try to get your elbows up and pop up to the top. I'm still trying to keep things narrow, and what I'm really being aware of is that my elbows come up and my hands push down. If you can get that pop of your elbow to be fast, you have it. Yep. So I'm here and I can pop. That change of weight. I go from hanging to pushing, and it happens in a split second. Because if you're not hanging and you're not pushing, you're no longer on top of the rings, right? There's no other option. So you're getting a spot, you're here, you jump, you push, you choose to get out or not. It doesn't matter to me if you press out. This is transition that I'm seeing. Get a set of rings, do a whole bunch, and then do a whole bunch more. Go. Jump and dive through, elbows up. Elbows up, nice. So your thing, this is gonna be silly, but it's okay. Give me your elbows. Do it and point them at the ceiling. Yep. Elbows up. Ah, look, you're like magic. Good. Feet in front, drop down. Reach your feet back and go again. That was exactly right, Dawn. That was fabulous. Okay. Feet forward, reach. Now reach back and go again. Awesome. That's a cycled muscle up right there. That's the pattern. Okay, Calvin, I see any one now. Which one's it going to be? It's going to be this one. Elbows. Go, go. They went wide. Get your head and chest through.
He's gonna get it. The next one for sure. That was
it, man. You've got to tip your body over to aim your chest and eyes at the floor. Nice job, everybody. That was good. I see muscle ups in many of your futures. That was cool. All right, that's it. We're done. That was good, yeah. Definitely.